Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Adobe Illustrator and the Roughen effect to create clouds similar to these. Let's get started. Go to File, New, select Web, title your project something appropriate. I'm going to call mine Clouds 4 and put my name on it. Make the width 1280 pixels and the height 720 pixels, and go ahead and leave all of the defaults where they're at. Click Create. I'm going to add a background by clicking on the shape tools and choosing the rectangle tool or pushing M on the keyboard, and I'm going to draw a rectangle to cover the background. Over here where the fill and the stroke are, I'm going to set the stroke to none and then press X on the keyboard to bring the fill forward. And I'm going to go to Window, Swatches to open some colors. And I'm also going to go to Window, Color to open the color panel. Now I'll choose a color. Let's choose this purple color. But that's much too dark for a sky, so I'm going to go to the color guide and choose this lighter version. Now over here in the right corner, I'm going to choose Layers and open this little arrow right here, and I can see the rectangle that I just drew. In this empty box, I'm going to click to add a lock. That will prevent me from accidentally clicking on the background and moving it while I'm drawing my clouds. Now I'm going to draw two different types of clouds. One cloud, I'm going to go over here to the shape tools and choose the ellipse tool, or L on the keyboard. I'm going to change my color to white, and I'm simply going to click and drag a series of circles onto the canvas into a cloud shape. So something kind of like that. And if you want to move the shapes around, you can click on this dot in the center, or you can click the selection tool and you can click and drag and move the shapes around. Now with the selection tool, I'm going to click and drag a selection around all of the circles so that they're all selected at once. Go back over here to the Properties panel and click on it, and find the Pathfinder section. Click the first button, which is Unite. Now all of those shapes are one shape instead of separate shapes. Now I'm going to use the pen tool to draw another cloud. So I'm going to click to the side to deselect this cloud, get the pen tool, and I need my fill set to none, and then X to bring my stroke forward, and I'll set that to white. So with the pen tool, I'm simply going to click and click, move the mouse over and click, and I'm just going to make these points that I'm going to turn into a cloud shape. So this looks pretty crazy right now. Now I need to make sure that I touch the beginning point and the end point. So watch when I get close. See how it turns into a white square. Now I know they're touching, and I can click one more time, and now that is a complete shape. Now I'm going to switch to the curvature tool, which is right under the pen tool, and each one of these circles, if you double click it, it changes it into a curve instead of a point. So I'm going to go around and double click each one of these, and I can also click and drag them and move them if I need to change the shape. Okay, there we go. So if you need to make any adjustments, go ahead and click and drag until you like the shape. Then here's a trick. If I want to fill this in with white, all I have to do is click this swapper arrow, and it swaps the fill to white and the stroke to none. The next thing that I'm going to do is add the roughen effect. So I'll get the selection tool, or V on the keyboard, and I'll select the top cloud, go to Effect, Distort and Transform, Roughen. And here are my roughen options. The first thing that I'm going to do is put it on smooth because I don't want a spiky cloud. And then I'm going to make the size. I think the lower numbers work a little better. So I'm going to use the arrows on my keyboard to make that go down for the size. Now for the detail, I'm also going to make that a little bit less. Ooh. And I think that looks pretty good right there. I'm going to click OK and then click to the side to see what that looks like. That looks pretty cool. Now I'm going to do the one on the bottom. Effect, Distort and Transform, Roughen, change it to smooth, and try different effects until I like the way it looks. So I'm going to make this one a little bit more of a crazy cloud and click OK. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is add an interesting stroke. So maybe I'll choose, how about this blue color right here? Oh, my stroke, I want to double check that my stroke is on top, and it is, and click the blue, and that just put a blue line around it. Let's go to Window and choose Brushes. And in the Brushes panel, open the side menu, go down to Open Brush Library, choose Artistic, and I'm going to choose Chalk and Charcoal. I'm going to go back and open another one from the Brush Library under Artistic. I'm going to choose Watercolor. Feel free to experiment with other ones too, if you like. So let's try maybe this one. That looks so cool. I love that. Maybe I'll make it a little bit lighter and then click off of it. I think that looks amazing. I'm going to leave that the way it is. Now I'm going to go up to this one. Maybe this one I'll choose kind of a pinkish color, and I'll try one of these charcoal brushes. That looks pretty cool. Let me show you how to change the size. Under stroke here in the properties panel, right now it's set to 1. I could make it larger by clicking up, which does not look good, and I can make it smaller by clicking down. And I can go ahead and just try lots of different things and experiment with the options until I find something that I like. So let's see here, and I'll click off of it, and that's those two finished. So make sure that you try a variety of clouds and shapes and roughen and put strokes on them and see what happens. Make sure you save your changes and turn in your project so that you get credit. That's it for this video, everyone. Have fun!